In last topic we have done about evaporation, factors affecting evaporation. So we have done, there are 5 factors which affect the rate of evaporation. In that we have done surface area, wind speed, humidity, temperature and nature of liquid. So, surface area, we are checking here the relation with evaporation. Surface area is directly proportional to evaporation, wind speed is directly proportional to evaporation, humidity is inversely proportional to evaporation, temperature is directly proportional to evaporation. That means evaporation increase with increase in surface area, evaporation increase with increase in wind speed, evaporation decreases with increase in humidity, and evaporation increase with increase in temperature. If force of attraction is more, then evaporation is less. If force of attraction is less, then evaporation is more. Now something more about evaporation. Evaporation causes cooling. It is main fact which is related with evaporation. That means when evaporation happens, always it causes cooling. Why it happened? This is container containing water. These are molecules of water. Now what happened? Due to heat, evaporation of top particles have to take place. To get evaporative, these particles will take heat from surrounding particles. First of all having temperature say 10 degree Celsius. Now when surface particles take heat from surrounding, their temperature increases about 20 degrees Celsius and nearby particles temperature reduces to 5 degrees Celsius. Same way it is taking heat from surrounding particles. This way what happens? These particles evaporate and surrounding particles temperature lower, due to that cooling occurs. So in daily life we can check it with different examples. First, nail polish remover. Nail polish remover contains acetone. Everyone has seen in your home that nail polish remover is used to remove nail polish from the nails. Now what happened? Try to apply it on skin or nail. You will feel that when you touch that with your skin, same time you feel cold. How it happens? That acetone or nail polish remover liquid takes heat from our body to get evaporate, and temperature of surrounding particles, surrounding cells of our body get reduced. Due to that we feel cool. Next, water on floor or rooftop. In summer season you have seen many people would do outside their shop or in floor inside home, on the floor or on the rooftop, sprinkle water. Why? Because that water will take heat that water will take heat from floor or rooftop and get evaporated and reduces the temperature of the home. Next, drying of sweat. When you play and come inside your room, you start fan. Same time you feel cool, very cool. Where? With your neck area or where sweat was more. This is due to evaporation. Wind speed. When we on the fan, wind speed increases the rate of evaporation, and that water gets evaporated, takes heat from our body and we feel cool. Ice on palm. This is simple experiment. You can do it now also. You will take one ice cube and put on your palm. You will feel cold. It is not due to that its temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. It is due to fact that when you put that 0 degrees Celsius ice on your hand or palm, it starts to take heat from your body. And the temperature of body cells decreases and you feel cool. Same happens when we eat ice cream also. Okay. Next, cotton clothes in summer. Why we wear cotton clothes in summer? Because cotton clothes have pores in them and these pores get filled with water from our body. When we sweat, this sweat goes inside that pores and this takes heat from our body and evaporates outside. And what happened? Our sweat gets dried and we do not feel wet due to cotton clothes. So cotton clothes are comfortable to wear in summer season. Next, water in pot. You have seen these days we are using refrigerators etc. But in villages earthen pots are used. It is also called matka. It is used to put water to keep it cool in summer season. Why it happened? These earthen pots have small pores in their wall made of soil. And now what happened? Water inside it. Water goes towards these pores. Then these water particles take latent heat, take heat from inside water to get evaporated towards outside. This way these particles reduce the temperature of surrounding water particles and water gets cool. That's why we use this. Next, water on outer surface of a glass containing ice cold water. When you take a water bottle from refrigerator, or you have seen when you take any cold drink etc. or take water from fridge and put in one glass, what happened that time? You simply fill it with water. This water temperature is say 0 degree Celsius or 10 degrees Celsius. It is very cool this time. Now what happened? Surrounding water particles are in gaseous state due to humidity. It is due to humidity that these particles are in a vapor phase. This cold water wants to take their heat to increase its temperature. So what happened? These particles give their heat to this water. Now their energy decreases. They come close. Again taking more energy. They come more close. And now their energy is reduced too much from gas state to liquid state. Now they are converted from gas state to liquid state, and we can see this liquid in the form of droplets outside the bottle or glass. It is the reason. Maybe some of you think that when we take out bottle from refrigerator or fridge, then what happened? Due to leakage of water, water comes outside. But it is not due to that. It is due to evaporation. That inside water not coming outside, it is only the outside water which was present in gaseous state. Now it is in liquid state and starts to flow here. Okay. These all were due to evaporation. So evaporation is very important. In daily life it helps us in many things, drying of floor, drying of clothes, drying of sweat, maintaining water cycle, etc. There are lot of advantages of evaporation. Okay. Little bit difference between diffusion with osmosis. It is very important. That last topic I am taking here with evaporation. Osmosis and diffusion. What is difference in both? Diffusion or osmosis, both are movement of particles from their higher concentration to their lower concentration. That means if I am taking this type of container, container A and container B, here these particles are more and these particles are less, then what will happen? Particles from container A will pass towards container B, and it will happen up to that time that both side container having same particles. Now next I am taking different material in this. In container A, these particles are also present. It can be some color, it can be sugar, salt, etc. that we mix in water. Here it is less in concentration. Now what happened? These particles are same, white particles, but these colored particles are less in container B. So now only B particles will go towards these colored particles will go towards B. And if I am taking these particles in container B, these are more, but in container A these are less, then these particles start to go towards A container. So this way movement occurs. So what is the difference between osmosis and diffusion? These are both movement of particles, but little bit difference is there. Osmosis is especially in case of water. When water particles move from their higher concentration to lower concentration, then it is known as osmosis. Except water, if any other substance, solid, liquid, gas, any other substance is moving from higher concentration towards lower concentration, it is diffusion. See this. This is water. More in A and less in B. This is sugar. More in B and less in A. Now what happened? Water will move from A to B. So it is osmosis. But sugar will move from B to A. It is diffusion. When you take dry raisins, these are known as kishmish, dry grapes, then we put in water, then what happened? After some time they will swell due to absorption of water by osmosis process. And if we keep grape outside, then it will lose water in atmosphere and it will convert into dry resin. It is also due to osmosis.